FDNY chiefs are now charged in a federal corruption investigation. Anthony Saccavino and Brian Cordasco accused of taking cash to fast-track inspections and reviews. Investigative reporter Chris Glorioso is live in Lower Manhattan, where both men are set to face a judge over the next couple of hours. Chris.
That's right. These two retired FDNY chiefs are now awaiting their initial appearances here at the federal courthouse. Together, they are accused of accepting $190,000 in bribes to expedite inspections on at least 30 properties. Now, this is just one of the latest corruption cases to intersect with Mayor Eric Adams' administration, but the mayor himself quick to point out today a lot of the charged conduct here took place before his mayoralty. Investigators say the two former FDNY chiefs put their positions up for sale by conducting speedy inspections for a price after their homes were searched last winter. Anthony Saccavino and Brian Cordasco now charged with taking bribes and lying to the FBI about an alleged scheme to turn fire safety checks into cash and checks.
That's classic pay-to-play corruption, and it will not be tolerated by this office.
According to federal prosecutors, the former fire chiefs capitalized on a 2 to 4 month pandemic-related inspection backlog, allowing building owners to skip to the front of the line, but only if they paid thousands to a third former fire official named Henry Santiago Jr. Santiago now said to be cooperating with the feds.
They allegedly created a VIP lane for faster service that could only be accessed with bribes.
In a group chat about one building project, Cordasco allegedly told his co-conspirators, "This is a planned review and it's going to need an inspection. Are we getting wowed with the price? How much?" Later, Saccavino allegedly responded, "I know we finished the project yesterday with plan review. What did we charge?"
Defendants exploited their high-ranking positions within the FDNY and monetized their authority in order to serve their own financial interests rather than the public.
The indictment notable for what is in it and what is not. Mayor Adams has admitted he, too, asked the FDNY for help with fire inspections for a new Turkish consulate building after entities related to the government of Turkey paid for his travel and made campaign donations. The mayor has suggested his actions were routine.
The commissioner was the person that I asked, can you look into this?
Mayor Adams is not accused of wrongdoing in this indictment. The U.S. attorney was asked about that Monday.
I cannot comment on any other investigation that we may or may not be doing.
Efforts to reach Saccavino, Cordasco, and Santiago Jr. have been so far unsuccessful today. Prosecutors say one way that the trio tried to obscure their request for faster inspections was to claim that the buildings were on a City Hall priority list known as the DMO list. Today, prosecutors said that was not the case, and the mayor himself said there is no DMO list. For now, reporting live in Lower Manhattan, Chris.
Do they even say what DMO means? Oh, gosh. Let's look at this other one. Even more scary is this one. This one is even scarier. I'm sure they're coming for Eric Adams because there's some secret that you should be careful what you ask for because you might just get it.
Federal corruption investigation into City Hall and the NYPD now includes allegations of a shakedown. A Brooklyn bar owner says he was told that his problems with the NYPD would go away if he paid the police commissioner's brother. And he says it was a worker in the mayor's office who tried to help arrange that deal. Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dientz joins us now with details.
Chuck, the bar owner had his permits, his liquor license, and his share of noise complaints. But what he says he needed, a break from tough NYPD enforcement. Seeking help, he says he was introduced to a mayoral staffer and then to the twin brother of the NYPD's top cop. And then he says he was asked for thousands in payments.
This is amazing.
I felt like it was like I got an ultimatum. Like, it's either you get with this or you're going to get shut down. We're going to make sure you get shut down.
Shamel Kelly says it was this man, mayoral staffer Ray Martin, who first told him he could pay the police commissioner's brother to help get better treatment from the NYPD.
He just said that he was assistant of Eric Adams, and he know people, and he dropped the Mr. Eddie Caban name because he's I guess the NYPD commissioner, and I was having problems with the NYPD.
Later, Kelly says the police commissioner's brother, James Caban, told him he could help with his NYPD problems if he paid him $2,500 up front. The state liquor authority says Kelly's bar was not facing any charges of wrongdoing, but there were dozens of noise complaints to 311 about loud music. Kelly says he felt too many cops from the 6-0 precinct kept showing up, hurting his relatively new business, the Juice and More Bar, along Mermaid Avenue. And he says his pleas for help from the NYPD and local community board were unsuccessful. Kelly said he never expected that Ray Martin from the mayor's office would give him this advice.
He went on about how he thinks that I should just close the bar, and if I don't close the bar, there's only one way to get the police to stop doing what they're doing, and that's to speak to one of his friends, which was the James Caban guy.
James Caban, an ex-cop, is the twin brother of NYPD Commissioner Eddie Caban. Kelly showed us phone records and text messages from August 2023, where Martin from the mayor's office allegedly encouraged Kelly to contact James Caban. Hey, Shamel, reminder to call James. Kelly says these phone records and texts show he and the commissioner's brother discussed the issues surrounding his business, a business which was a juice bar by day and licensed to serve alcohol on weekend nights. James Caban allegedly wrote, spoke to the commanding officer, and the biggest complaint from the community board is that you're registered as a juice bar, and now you're doing parties there. Lots of noise complaints.
If you have a license to serve alcohol, it shouldn't matter. And I also explained to him that the community board knew that it was the summertime, so he knew we were going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday night events.
Records suggest Kelly and Caban also spoke by phone, and that's when Kelly says James Caban asked him for the initial $2,500.
He said that he will mediate my issues with NYPD. He could bring them to me, have a meeting, resolve our issues, is what he specifically said he could do. After he said I had to pay him for it, I felt like it was him trying to extort me. So I just was like, you know what? No, I'm good. I'll just deal with it how I deal with it, and it got worse.
Kelly says the Ray Martin and James Caban connection bothered him.
I assumed that you would be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's call a meeting. Let's figure out what this problem is. I'm not expecting for you to be like, oh, you got to pay me some money if you want this problem to go away. Nah, that doesn't fall with me.
Martin did not return requests for comment. James Caban's attorneys issued this statement. Mr. Caban unequivocally denies any wrongdoing. His work as a consultant and acting as a liaison between the department and a private company is perfectly legal, especially given his previous career as an NYPD.
You hear that? It's all legal. Everything is legal, right? Oh, yeah, I extort money. Oh, if you want to talk to the NYPD, you have to talk to this other guy that's going to talk to a guy. This certainly sounds like the mom to me. Unbelievable. And this poor guy, oh, God, I think he means remediate when he said that. But I don't even. Okay, Google, what does remediate mean? To provide a remedy for. Okay. Yeah. And listen to what's really behind this.
PD officer. Our client has fully cooperated with law enforcement, and once their investigation is complete, it will be clear that these claims are unfounded and lack merit. Former NYPD Chief of Department and NBC New York consultant Terry Monahan.
Everything we heard from the bar owner, if those allegations are true, it's at minimal unethical and possibly criminal in the way that they were dealing with the bar owner.
I've been really
poor guy shut down his business.
Stressed.
City Hall late today issued this statement. We appreciate WNBC for bringing this information to our attention yesterday afternoon.
It took WNBC to get action. Unbelievable.
After receiving this inquiry, we immediately began an internal review and found that Mr. Martin violated the terms of his employment. Mr. Martin was terminated for cause yesterday. We expect all city employees to act ethically and in the public interest. That staffer, Martin, now fired.
Now fired. In the public interest. Remember that.
And again, he has not returned requests for comment. We just spoke with the bar owner again, and he tells us the feds and DOI investigators are with him, interviewing him this afternoon in connection with the ongoing corruption investigations into City Hall and the NYPD. Natalie.
Chief Investigative Reporter Jonathan Dienst on top of this story with all the breaking developments. Getting answers, John. Thank you.
This is the problem.
This news is funded by...
The problem is that if Eric Adams is knocked out, we'll end up with Jumaane Williams, the public advocate, which was never the intent of the people. So please, please, people, remember, be careful what you ask for. You might just get it. Peace out.